Let's talk about golf. Slammin Sammy Snead. Now, if you took a poll of all the sports fans under the age of 40, I'm curious, how many of them will actually know who Slammin Sammy is?
Yeah, honestly, I think probably maybe around 10%. I also think any guy who played golf with a dress shirt deserves really the highest of accolades, right? But aside from that, the golfer who was in his prime in the 1950s put up some amazing numbers. His 82 tour wins, that held up until Tiger caught him in 2019. He won 7 majors, and here's his numbers next to the great Arnold Palmer. So you take a look at those, and you can see, pretty darn good.
I mean, so he's definitely in the conversation, but let's think about this. He's one of golf's greatest.
Yeah, it's pretty clear he could play on today's tour, but would he dominate today? That's another question.
Okay, well, first of all, in determining if he could dominate golf today, we have to set some criteria.
Okay.
That's where we begin. These guys today hit the ball farther than the old timers, so I'm going to discount that. Why? Because that's really a function of better equipment and, let's be honest, in most cases, better fitness. If Slammin Sammy was playing today, he might have the body of like Tiger Woods or Brooks Koepka or even Rory for that matter, and his equipment, let's be honest, would be far more superior. I look at how they measured up against the competition and how his swing measures up against the greatest players of today. And his swing was a thing of beauty, Murph. On GSL, host Paul Hornick, he made the point about Snead's swing.
Sam, speaking of the swing, when you talk in golf circles to anybody who knows anything about golf and they talk about a swing, your swing is, well, they say the greatest swing any golfer's ever had. Is that why you've been able to be so consistent through these years because of your great swing?
Well, I try to keep my swing as simple as possible. I have a few keys I go by, and if one doesn't work, the other one usually will. And I think it's more desire than anything. I like to play. I just like competition.
Look at that fluid motion. Just one
Wish I had
fluid
that.
motion right there. That's what I'm saying. It's the clinic for both of us. The swing's magnificent. It's smooth and it's natural. And he said something else there. He loves the competition, Murph. You can't win 82 championships on a tour without being a tremendously competitive player. And that, my friend, that competitive nature, that translates to any era.
Yeah, I think that's probably true, but the mark against him is that he never won a U.S. Open. He was a bridesmaid 4 times, but he couldn't win it. He could not get that trophy, and, well, that's a biggie.
Well, shouts to him to get to the wedding. Some people don't even get that far. The guy won 7 majors. Just because he didn't win one of the majors doesn't disqualify him for being dominant. A lot of experts have this guy in the top 10 of all time.
All right, so do you think he could be a dominant player on the tour today?
I mean, a perfect swing like his is dominant in any era, and especially, so I say my vote is yes. Snead would still be a dominant player. That's the question you're asking. I say yes.
All right, yeah, and it's a point well taken. The guy had the swing and the competitive drive to be a serious contender in today's golf game. I agree with you. I think he would be right up there.
All right, let's not be remiss and forget the straw hat. I'm just saying, like, can you imagine the endorsements from straw hat manufacturers for Sam Snead?
The man knew how to style, that's for sure. Forget Ricky Fowler. Slammin Sammy Snead, and his hat would be a hit on the tour, no doubt.